What's up guys, my name is Doc and welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be doing a reaction video to a NBA player and how he spent his first $1 million, and something that I really enjoy, which is finances and the NBA. And why not react to how an NBA player spends his money? So today's video is going to be on Miles Bridges, titled How Miles Bridges Spends His First $1 Million in the NBA, My First Million, GQ Sports. And the way I just said that title, if you know where that came from, say it in the comments below. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Hi everybody, this is Miles Bridges, and this is how I spent and saved my first $1 million.
So he plays for the Hornets. Hornets was pretty good this year in the bubble, so you gotta give him props for that.
Are you sure about that?
Guys out there, you're doing a great job. Definitely support all of you. The first job I ever had was construction work. It was under my mentor, Jeff Greer. He paid me like $50 an hour, but I only worked for like 4 hours. All I really did was play basketball.
$50 an hour? Sign me up. My first job was Brewster's, and they paid me $9 an hour, and I was fired like 2 weeks into it. So that was my first job. $50 an hour? I would work more than 4 hours for sure.
At the time, I had some conversations with my friends about what I would buy first, and it was always just I would get my mom a house or get one of my family members a house just so that I could move them out of the neighborhood. When I got my name called, it was just so many emotions going into it. When I was walking up those stairs, the only thing I was really thinking about was I didn't want to trip up the stairs and fall on my face because I had these slippers on that were slippery. I don't know. It was just
so in the military, which I'm a part of, we had to walk up steps to get awards or promoted, and that is my biggest fear, is falling and hitting my face. Everything else is fine. If you forget the salute, that's pretty common. Shouldn't be.
A lot of emotions. It's all the hard work that I put in. All of my family members were there. They helped me out with everything. So I was just happy and grateful to be there. I feel like step one to finding a financial advisor was just asking around the league, asking who handles their money. And that's how I found my financial advisor. I had the same financial advisor as a couple people.
Wow. So how many people actually seek a financial advisor? Like, I am 31 years old, which 31 hurts, by the way. If no one knows, 30 hurts, 31 hurts more. But I haven't sought out a financial advisor, which I don't necessarily feel like most people need a financial advisor in some cases. But when you come into so much money and you've only managed maybe $400 or $500 a month, and now you're managing millions out of a year. Wow. Like, having a financial advisor is so smart. It's something that most people I don't think about, especially in sports. So the fact that he's thinking about that as a rookie, props.
In the NBA, and I feel like if I didn't ask around, I wouldn't be able to find that. Advice to all the young people coming to the NBA: ask people that you know in the NBA or people with a lot of money, where do they find their financial advisors?
Hear that? Financial advisor, especially if you come into some new money. If you come into some new money that's not normal to your situation, get a financial advisor, or at least look up some financial tips on YouTube. They're everywhere on YouTube. Like, that's how I learned. I say 75% of my spending habits are from YouTube.
I would have to say it was 80 in savings, 20 in spendings, just to keep it safe.
80 in savings, 20 in spending. Wait, I have to go back. So 80 in where's my phone? So I'm not very great at math, so so 80 in savings, I don't need a calculator for this. So it's $800,000 that he put into savings and investing, and 20 wait, math? Yeah, $800,000, and that's $200,000 that he's like, I'm going to spend for the year. Like I don't even know if I can like react to the whole entire video, because this isn't how he spent his first 1 million. This is how he spent his first 200,000. Like I don't even feel like I should be able to react to this video. Like look, I don't make as much money as these NBA players by any means. Probably you probably make more money than me. So don't take my advice. I've only been really like being serious about money for the last 8 months. But wow. So it's important to like pay yourself first. So he paid himself first. This is wild. This is my first reaction video, so I don't even know if I'm doing a great job by finding somebody who's doing a very great job at their money. Dang, that financial advisor is dope.
The rookie transition program, they taught us literally everything that we need to know about the NBA or lifestyle outside the NBA, how to handle our money. They had people come in that actually went bankrupt, that played in the NBA, and had them come talk to us. They had professional people like that knows how to handle their money come talk to us. So it was great.
That's something I wish like the military kind of did more of when we first joined the military. But be honest, like there is a financial Airman and Family Readiness Center where they have a financial sector that actually helps you. So being able to go to those if you need help. But as far as like that prep work before that happens, like that's not really there. Actually, I do remember going through a first term airman course when I first joined the military, and the only thing I remember was someone saying, if you put away money, you'll become a millionaire. And half of that went over my head because I was like, yo, I just want, what did I even want back then? I just want to sleep. So ambitious.
Yeah, I remember how much it was. $3 million a year or 4. It's either 4 or 3 a year. I had 2 years guaranteed, 2 years team option. So you can see all that info right here. Okay, we talked about how I save my money.
He gets $3.7 million in the first year. This is more some people making the whole entire lifetime. Maybe. Math.
Let's talk about how I spent my money.
For these videos, I wonder, do they like go to the bank? It's like, yo, I need $1 million to record this video. Like, do you imagine, like, yo, I got $1 million, I gotta get it out. Hey, Chase or Allied Bank, or who do I bank with? USAA. I need $1 million, which they don't have in brick and mortar, so I don't know how I even get $1 million if I had it in my account.
My first big purchase was a Rolex. I wasn't really into jewelry or anything, but everybody said once you get into the NBA, you have to get some type of watch just so you can look professional. That's what I did. So I got a gold presidential Rolex. Rolex, $30,000. I was in Cleveland for my draft process, so I was just riding around with my agent, and
I didn't comment on that because I'm not sure how important, watches are when you're in that kind of circle. Not necessarily my circle. Like, I like watches, but I don't. The most expensive watch I ever spent on or bought is probably $250. Yeah, but I did spend a lot of money on a bunch of watches, but the most expensive one was probably $250. Yeah, and I don't wear any of those watches now, so be mindful. Buy one really good watch instead of 10 okay watches. Pro tip.
He was just telling me where he get all his watches from, so it was a place in Cleveland that we got the watch from. I have a son, his name is Ace. I got the chain with the Ace signal, so that cost me about $15. I also have 2 more chains. One says RTB, which stands for Real Trench Baby, and the other chain is just a gorilla chain because it's my favorite type of animal. The RTB one was $5. The gorilla one was $35 or $40. Let's see. RTB chain plus the Ace chain, the gorilla chain, $60K on chains. It was a guy that I was introduced. He don't like when people know his name, so I'm gonna just keep it on the low. Just know it's my guy and he's legit.
That's 2 Teslas. Wait, 60K? Okay, that's half of a Tesla and some rims. I was looking at the other bar, the 90K bar. But that's 2 Teslas. Around his neck. So here's how I feel about chains. I feel to each their own, but I guess I'm not a chain person. Some reason in my mind when I think about something around my neck, that does look nice, yes, but that much money, honestly, I would rather wear dog tags or something so much cheaper that looks just the same. I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't take financial advice from me. I mean, who are you gonna try to impress, really? If you, depending on your income versus your likes, that's what you should base that off of, in my eyes, anyways. So 60K compared to $1 million, it's not very much comparing the two, so I can't get too mad at it.
The next thing I bought was a house for
My favorite part.
my mom. I mean, she made so many sacrifices for me, and I grew up in a tough neighborhood, so she had to provide any way that she could, and she did. My first thing that I wanted to do was buy my mom a house, even though that's not the first thing I did. I got her a house, and it was $200,000. Get this right, $200,000. I know my mom.
So big ups to him buying his mom a house. I know there's a lot of dreams of a lot of people to buy their mom a house. That actually was my dream when I was a child, and then I grew up and realized that my mom has a house, that my dad bought her a house, and it's not in need of hers. She wants grandkids. I can't really buy her grandkids, to be honest. So I don't really know what dream I should have now, but 200K dropped on his mom's house. Congratulations. I love it. Like that is, he said he didn't buy that first. Buying that house is a lot of different processes. It's easier to go out and buy a Rolex and a chain than it is to go out and buy a house, because you have closing. I guess like 30 days at least. And you have to look for a house you like, and yeah.
She was always on my case when I was younger, so I wanted to move her at least 20 to 30 minutes away from me, just so she wouldn't bother me like she usually does. When she first seen the house, she just broke down crying, was hugging me, saying thank you. And she loves her house. She says even if I go anywhere else to play, that she would still stay in Charlotte and stay in that house. So she was very grateful, and I was happy to see that too. Next thing I bought was a Range Rover. At that time, I had my son on the way, so I knew I needed room in the back seat.
Okay, I don't know how much he spent on the Range Rover yet, but Range Rovers, I believe for my tax bracket, are like not one of the best cars. Just, they're so expensive to fix. And that's coming from a guy who likes BMWs. Maybe because I don't know anything about Range Rovers. Like, if you handed me a wrench and told me to fix something on it, I probably couldn't. But BMWs, all day. Hand me a YouTube channel and a wrench, I'll put a new motor in it. Now, it might take a while, but I'll get there.
For him, I was gonna get a Porsche or something else, but instead I just got a Range Rover to keep it safe. And I like my Range Rover. I got it wrapped, so it's matte black now. That was worth 100K. 100K. After I bought my Range Rover, I bought my girlfriend a car too. A 2019 Audi. That was worth 50K. 50K for my...
He bought his girlfriend a Audi, a car. Whew. Setting the bar pretty high there, buddy. Setting the bar pretty high there. Hope my girlfriend's not watching this.
My girlfriend's car. In the future, I may get some more cars, but I'm budgeting right now, so I'm gonna have to just stick with my budget until I can get a new car.
My second favorite thing I've heard this whole entire video, budget. Not many of my friends budget, from what I know anyways. So, just hearing that somebody else budgets, yeah. Or at least track your spending, you know? So, 3 claps. That's 3 applause I've gave him so far. Like, I'm loving this.
When I first got into the league, I wasn't really into fashion. I just wore straight jogging pants to the games, or if I went to parties, I just wanted to feel comfortable. My teammates, they started getting on me, telling me that, why don't you dress more? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? There was a couple teammates in particular. It was Kemba Walker at the time, my rookie year, Dwayne Bacon, Malik Monk, and Jeremy Lamb. They were all getting on my case about it, so I just figured that I had to get my fashion right. So I started watching those guys and see what they put on, and then I just added a little style to myself.
So being in newer circles, I get it. Like, you want to kind of dress apart. I do enjoy being comfortable, to be honest. But to be honest, like, if I worked with Kemba Walker and he was like, yo, your fit's lame, I probably would upgrade too. So let's just see how much that upgrade cost him.
Yeah, my rookie year, I probably spent only like $10K on, not even $10K on fashion. But my last year, I probably spent $20, $30. Fashion, I got $30K for my first 2 years. I would say the top 3 best dressed players on my team would be Dwayne Bacon, number 1, Terry Rozier, number 2. It's a tie between Devontae Graham and Malik Monk. Worst dressed by far is Cody Zeller, but he doesn't care. So
that's my fit. I would dress like Cody Zeller. Cody Zeller? Yeah, I got it right. Worst dressed teammate. I love Ekman. That's my fit. He look like he got that from Goodwill. I would 100%. I love rocking stuff from Goodwill. So if you have clothes that just sit in your closet, please take them to Goodwill so I can buy them. I'm thinking of $3 to $5 shirts. They'd be perfect. And who says this isn't fashion? Who says this isn't, top notch? I love Xmas in the middle of July.
So you can't really make fun of him, because if you make fun of him, he's just going to agree with you. So it doesn't matter. I went on one vacation my rookie year that I was doing All-Star break after the dunk contest. I went to Miami with some of my friends, but I didn't spend that much, so I only spent probably like $3,000. I didn't spend that much. I went on a couple more trips. I went on a trip to the Bahamas with my girlfriend after All-Star weekend this year. The trip to the Bahamas was free because the NBPA paid for it, and actually I made more money in the casino than I spent. Vacation in Miami, $3,000. But when I took my trip to the Bahamas, I made money at the casino, so I got it right back. I only play roulette.
That's crazy. Can you imagine going on vacation and then coming back with more money? That's my kind of vacation. And not only that, he spent $3,000 on his vacation to Miami. And when I think about some of the vacations I've taken over the years, I want to say I spent $3,000, but that doesn't sound like out of pocket when you consider like when I went to LA or anything like that. Like, so I'm not saying it's normal to spend $3,000, but half of that on a trip seems pretty legit, especially when you're talking about food, flight, hotel, all those different things. So I'm pretty sure like when he went, being an NBA player, he did not spend that much money in Miami. So still keeping that budget in mind, even when you're around the friends. That's wild.
When I go to the casino, so I came in with what, $1,000 just to start off, and I think I left with $6,000 or $7,000. When I first got into the league, I was really worried about just staying by myself. I did not want to stay in an apartment, so I got me a little condo with my sister, and it was nice. So I stayed there for a year. And this past summer, I stayed in an apartment. I don't know, I just got tired of staying in there. So I stayed in an apartment, and it was probably the worst decision of my life. So my sister, she gave me a good.
I cannot stand close living. Like being in the military, like when you join, you're in the dorms, which is close living. When you deploy, you're close living. When you're TDY, you're close living. Like it is the worst. So when I bought my house, it was the best decision I ever made in my whole entire career, personal wise. So like the times where I lived in apartments, just people playing Twister all night above me. Like, come on now, game night's not every night. Maybe I was just jealous I didn't have any games to be played at that time of night. I'm gonna edit that out.
Idea, she just said, you should buy your house. It'll be yours. If you ever want to sell it, you can sell it. I bought me a house and it was $600,000. 100, 200, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
By the way, guys, like, look at this. This is exactly what $1 million looked like in front of you. And he just dropped $500,000 on a house, which I can't really be mad at. Like, when you make that much money and you drop all $60 million or $600,000 on it and bought it outright, now I probably would have got a loan, because eventually, if he gets traded or go to another team, he could rent out that house for somebody else, and then whatever interest he has on that, he can write off. I'm not really sure. Do you just rent to other NBA players at that point? I don't know. I mean, considering his mom is like 30 minutes down the road, like she can be his property manager if he does get traded. Now, I'm not saying he should get traded, but the way the NBA business works, like that's one thing I would have thought of.
Another big reason why I got this house is because at first I only had my son, and then me and my girlfriend, we had another baby, my baby girl Ayla. We needed more room. That's one of the main reasons I got this house too.
Oh, him and his girlfriend, they have kids together. They have one on the way. Okay. So he said the bar isn't as high, but it's pretty high up there when he bought her car. So I get it.
Yep. So I spent my first $1 million. I feel like I spent it on reasonable stuff that I actually needed. I mean, jewelry and stuff is just stuff that I wanted in the fashion. But all this other stuff is stuff that I needed. So I'm happy about how I spent my first $1 million. My advice to younger players coming in would just be, you see how fast I could spend that in the first 2 years. So just make sure you make a budget, get you a financial advisor, and pay attention to what you spend and educate yourself on money, so you won't make the mistake of going bankrupt or doing anything stupid with your money. All right, everybody, stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask. I'll see you on the court soon.
That was really smart. Like, what I didn't realize is that this is his first $1 million, which I read that at the beginning. So the first $1 million that he spent, so that's not $1 million he spent in 12 months. That's $1 million he spent in 2 years. So he spent $500,000 each year, considering that he makes $3.7 million a year. Like, that's insane. Like, he probably didn't take in, I didn't see anything about food or anything like that. He probably just took all the big expenses and put it in there, but not bad. The only thing I didn't like was the jewelry, but considering that it was such a small piece of the pie, and when you make that kind of money, you want to buy something that is just yours. It's something that makes you happy, and that's the same thing with your regular budget. Make sure you have a budget or a little slice of pie that's just for you, whether that is going out and buying something that makes you happy. I try my best not to get Starbucks, but like once every, I don't know, 2 or 3 months, I'll get Starbucks. Half the time, like, I have great friends who have given me gift cards, so I just load that into the app, and then whenever I go, I just pay with the app, and that's just like my gift from them to me, from the app to me. Yeah. So whether that is, whether it's a new pair of shoes, but definitely budget for it. Make sure it is not a big slice of the pie in your budget. So whether that's facial care too, like, invest in yourself is okay, but at the same time, don't necessarily go too far down the rabbit hole. So, great job, Miles Bridges. Thank you so much for like sharing us your information and about how much you spent your money. It was very informative and entertainment and encouraging for me, because like just hearing that younger players are taking more of a interest in being more financially stable. In conclusion, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like, pay me that sweet currency, and until the next reaction video, let me know what you think. Comment down below if you think he spent too much money on Rolexes, or could have, instead of buying a Range Rover, he could have bought a Tesla, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Thank y'all guys for watching, and see you next time.